Well, hey, mamas. Hello, hello. Let's talk about that whole getting your teens to listen thing. You know, does your teen actually do what you say? Does your teen actually respond when you try to talk to your child? Well, if the answer is no, then you're in luck. There are three amazing ladies that are going to help you connect with your teen, are going to help you really get your teen to listen at Love to Learn 3. Before we talk about these specific ladies, before we talk about what you're going to learn at Love to Learn 3, I want to know, is this something you're struggling with? Would you like your teens to listen? Is that something you're like, yeah, it's a frustration. They don't seem to hear me. Let me know down below. And do know you can get your free ticket to Love to Learn 3 at the link in the description. We start on Monday. So if you haven't signed up yet, you definitely want to do so sooner rather than later so you don't miss out on any interviews. All right. First lady to tell you about, excuse me, is Jessica Villegas. Now, we talked a lot about values. We talked a lot about her system, start, stop, and continue. And then we talked about parents wanting to fix. Okay. So, with the values, we've got to know what your teen's values are and what the family values are. Okay. That can make a big difference in that connection between you and your child. It also makes a big difference in, does your teen care about you? Does your teen really value your opinion? Does your teen really see any reason to listen to you? Okay, we definitely want to make sure we're on the same page, that we know what your family thinks is important. And then how does that compare to what your teen thinks is important? That's a connection piece right there. Also, it's going to make a big difference to your teen listening to you or not. Okay. I don't want to give away Jessica's system about the start, stop, continue, but just know it's amazing. When it comes to decision making, it's amazing. When it comes to really helping your teen listen to you when you're trying to help, because remember, as your teens get older, we want to give them more independence. As your children get into middle school and beyond, they want more autonomy. So really figuring out, where do you fit in? How do we kind of keep you and your teen on the same page, but also at the same time let you take a step back, be a little more hands off, because that's what your teen wants and that's what they're ready for. And it just kind of takes you knowing how to be what you want to see. That was something else Jessica shared. So really figuring out all of these little steps that go into your child going from elementary into middle school through college through adulthood. All right. So two more ladies to tell you about. So Richie Soares is our next lady I want to mention when it comes to getting your teens to listen. Her method really focuses on those meaningful conversations. So I'd love to know, when you really talked to your son, to your daughter, when's the last time you really found out how they're doing versus what they're doing? And she explained about what was going on with her oldest son. It's like, oh, wow, that's kind of like, just it blew my mind a little bit. So especially if you're homeschooling, that's what Richie and I talked about, was this idea of how do you homeschool a closed off teen. And she's like, when you homeschool, you spend a lot of time together, like sometimes 24 hours a day outside of their activities. And, sometimes it's harder to know your child is closed off, is not as connected, and really isn't listening. Okay. So listen to Richie's interview if you want to figure out how to get your teen to want to be friendly with you, to come to you and really want to talk to you. Because just because they're being loud doesn't mean they're not being distant. Okay. So 7 days, I think, is what she said was the magic number to figure out, okay, have we really talked in the last 7 days? If not, might be a red flag. We've got a teen that, isn't as connected with you as you would like or as could be. All right. So one more lady to tell you about. Before I do, I want to say thanks for watching here on Facebook. Thanks for watching here on YouTube. I'm Jessica Coulter, the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. I'm also the hostess for the Love to Learn 3 Summit. So I had the opportunity to interview 40 amazing ladies and gentlemen all about helping teens love to learn by helping their mamas, by giving you resources to help your teen love to learn. So this idea of getting your teens to listen, it plays a big part in your child loving to learn. So definitely, if you want to listen into our interviews, sign up now, because as a study skills tutor, I'm very much on the academic side of things, very much on the does your teen know how to learn? But everything we're talking about today, just as important. All right. Third final speaker to mention when it comes to the teens listening is Cynthia Klein. Now, she talked about figuring out who needs to solve the problem. That was the first thing. Like, is it your problem or is it your teen's problem? So that hopefully sounds a little similar to what Jessica was talking about, that parents like to fix things. I also encourage you to think about the collaborator role versus the director role versus the supporter role. Again, hopefully sounds a little similar to some of the things we already talked about, but just know that depending on your child's age, that's going to determine how much you do and what you do, how you do it. I love Cynthia's example. She talked about her daughter in college, talking to her, calling her, and I wouldn't say Cynthia kind of like give her a pep talk, but just literally let her talk, let her kind of get the support, the help that she needed, because Cynthia knew what to say, how to have that conversation, and because she was connected to her daughter, and her daughter actually wanted to listen and did listen to her mama. Okay. Cynthia talks about communication blocks. This was really, really awesome because there are things that you're saying, mama, that your teen doesn't like. And when I say doesn't like this is why you're going, my teen just seems to ignore me. My teen just goes this direction when I thought we were going that direction. It can literally be the words that you're using. Okay, so definitely you're going to want to listen to Cynthia's interview in order to learn what these communication blocks are, so you know what words not to say, what phrases are going to not result in the things that you want to happen. Okay, Cynthia and I also talked about this interrogating idea. So I will admit, after listening to her interview, I was like, oh, I feel like I might interrogate too often. So I learned a lot myself, and I know mamas, no matter which interview or which interviews you choose to watch, and I hope you're going to watch all 40, but no, there are amazing nuggets, there are amazing tips, strategies, tools in every single interview. So thanks for watching. Remember, your free ticket is waiting. Interviews are only available for 24 hours. So you're going to want to sign up now so you don't miss out on any interviews. Now, if you watch this video as a replay and you're like, oops, Jessica, it's past the 26th, the event goes through the 10th, so you've got plenty of time. Just know that those interviews that were earlier in the session, earlier in the event, you're going to want to buy a VIP pass to watch them. So you can also just buy a VIP pass now, get all the amazing gold gifts, because there's almost 30 amazing extra gifts. And then you can also get a 30-minute one-on-one tutoring lesson for your teen with me if you go gold. So have an awesome day, good weekend. See you at Love to Learn 3 Mamas. Go to the link, sign up now so you can join us for free.